Hi everyone, this is Candy Johnson. I am your host. This is Real Talk, brought to you by Real Raw Records. Today's topic is you're not the fucking boss of me, all right? And I know it's vulgar and I use profanity and some people ignore the invite because they're spiritual and they're so spiritual that their religion doesn't allow them to go to broadcast with cuss words as the title. And I purposely do that sometimes to ward off the self-righteous bullshit, you know. I intentionally and purposefully say and do things sometimes to weed out people, okay? And what I mean by weed them out is to separate sort of the people of the down-to-earth people from the people bullshitting themselves, okay? And I don't have to weed them out. They weed themselves out, okay? And I appreciate them doing that because I don't have time for bullshit. The name of this show is Real Talk for a reason. I am purpose to address people that want to talk real talk and want to keep it real, all right? So if I waste a lot of time engaging with people that don't want to keep it real, I'll find myself drained and feeling purposeless instead of purposeful. So since I am a very purpose-driven person, I don't want to waste my time with people that do things that really have no purpose, no foundation, no reason, no logic, no any damn thing, all right? Because usually people that are self-righteous or uppity, you know, uppity, snobby ass people, people that are shallow. They, the word shallow itself identifies that there is no foundation there, all right? And there's no substance there, okay? And people that have no substance, they don't have room to receive substance, and they definitely don't have anything to give. So there would be no exchange there. And I like to deal with people where I can do an exchange. I'm old school. I believe in it. Even exchange is no robbery. All right. So I like to give and I like to receive as well. I just started learning the importance of receiving because I used to be a type of person where I just want to give. I love to give and I love to help people. And it took a number of people bringing to my attention that might have sounded good in my own mind to reject people giving me things. But it really was selfish in the regard that the same joys that I get from giving, when I reject people or don't allow people to give to me, I am rejecting them of enjoying those same pleasures. So that in itself is very selfish. So I had to learn to reciprocate and to receive and to give and to receive, okay? This broadcast, you're not the fucking boss of me, is one of those type of mentalities that I have come across quite often with dealing with people not wanting to be bossed around. Okay, and I understand a person not wanting to be controlled. I myself rejected being controlled. Almost every teenager in the world in the past, and most likely uh, in the future, every teenager goes through that stage of not wanting to be bossed around, not wanting to be controlled, uh, not wanting to adhere to authority figures. You know, they rebel authority or rebel against rules and regulations and things of that nature. All right. Now, notice I said every teenager does this. I specifically pointed out that teenagers have this frame of mind. Teenagers. They are going through a learning stage. They are going through a stage in their lives where they're trying to figure everything out. Some of them have, you know, they go through the know-it-all stage. They know every damn thing, and you can't tell them nothing. All right, it's just a stage. It's not a reality. It's a stage, and hopefully they progress past that stage. However, as hopeful as we may want to be, and as optimistic as we may try to approach things in life, the reality of it is some children go through those stages because their parents have not taught them to respect authority or to respect others, respect rules and things of that nature. So you have children and you have teenagers that go through this stage, and sometimes people are a little late with catching up with life or getting things. I was born mentally retarded, so I kind of was a little late getting things when it comes to certain things in life. I was a little late getting them, all right. And I was spoiled because I used to throw temper tantrums, and my mom was very passive, so whenever I would throw temper tantrums, she would let me have my way because I would wreak havoc. I didn't play. I would wreak havoc if I didn't have my way. All right. So she taught me something wrong. She taught me that if I misbehave, then I can have my way. And that was a wrong mentality to teach a child, all right, or a young adult. So I said all that to say that at some point we go through those stages of life where we're learning things, we're learning principles, we're learning understandings, okay? But you still have adults that haven't quite learned yet. And all as hopeful as we may be for them, whole thing, they just ain't learned yet, okay? And they're still in that rebellious teenager stage mentality of you're not the fucking boss of me, and they don't want nobody to boss them around. They don't want nobody to tell them what to do. They don't want nobody to control them or steer them one way or the other. I want to address these type of people because it needs addressing. All right. A lot of us haven't ever heard of the term self-control. Okay, you might have heard of it, but I want you to know that there are a lot of people who have never, ever in life heard of the term self-control. There are others that have heard the term self-control, but they have no clue what that entails. They don't understand what that means. All right. People who indulge in mismanaging their money are generally people who lack self-control. When you see people put on too much damn makeup, they lack self-control. When you see people, I even posted on my Google page some videos of people that have gotten so much plastic surgery done to themselves that they are causing a lot of health problems to themselves, or their mind just really isn't under control. Okay, they're out of control. They have caused harm. I even saw one video, one person in the video who killed herself, others that caused irreversible damage to themselves, getting different types of plastic surgeries and stuff like that to try to control the way they look, okay, because they were unhappy with the way they were born to appear, okay. And it's sad to say that what I noticed about these people and what they had in common was they all originally were very nice looking people. The guys were really nice looking people, really nice looking guys that wanted to be women, so they changed to look like women. The women that were just wanting to fix their what they considered imperfections were already very beautiful. It was very astonishing to see that these weren't people that were, we got some people that's not too nice looking, and so it would be very understandable if they went through great lengths to try to doctor themselves up. I really do think that plastic surgery and things of that nature is for people who have flaws or may have been born with some features that's not as desirable as others. Okay. I have a few things I want to fix. I would love to fix, and I am gonna probably at some point fix them. But I love myself as I am, so I'm not gonna indulge in surgeries to fix myself because I love myself as I am. Back to the topic. Well, we're still on topic, but I want to get to the point that I'm driving at. These people generally are already out of control before they ever get their first surgery. And what I mean by they're out of control is their mindset is out of control. They are not in control of themselves. They are not in control of the way they think, okay? And your thoughts are what shapes who you are, okay? Your thoughts are what are the driving force to your accomplishments or lack thereof. All right. There are a group of people who are pushing for or wanting liberation from the governmental agencies. However, what I've noticed, a common thread amongst these people that are partial towards anarchy, I think I'm saying it right, but I think it's anarchism. They tend to be people that are not very knowledgeable about anything in governmental um, uh, structure. All right. Yet they're saying we can handle these problems ourselves. We don't need the government to handle these problems. We can deal with these problems on our own. Not realistically thinking about the fact that they can't even deal with their own finances on their own. You know, it's usually a lot of people with low income that want anarchism. All right, and they don't realize that if you are not a good manager of your own household, or you are not a good manager of your own career or lack thereof, is a big sign, newsflash, that you're not very good at decision making. Okay. So please tell me, when you're saying you don't want to be controlled, but you're not controlling your own self, please tell us, why should we listen to you? Okay, you're not even in good control of your own self. Okay, let me tell you something about people who work on jobs. A lot of people work on jobs because they understand that they couldn't control their own selves to manage a company or to be self-employed, because being self-employed or to manage a company requires you to have a grave level of self-control. Business people understand that they can't use every dime or every dollar that they get in to go fishing, go gambling, and enjoy themselves in life. A good business person understands and knows, especially if they just starting out, that they will need to put more money back into the company to keep it going. All right. And a good business-minded person, or someone that could be trusted to be in control of anything, they know that there'll be fat times and lean times. Okay, what I mean by fat time and lean time is, in business, you may have an influx of finances, or whatever you're selling, your products or services, you may be getting a lot of business in. Okay, but a good business person knows, a person that's very trustworthy with business will know that you're going to have times when business is doing really well, and then you'll have times, when I said the lean times, that business is doing horrible and you're barely staying alive. A good business person knows that during those fat times, or when things are very lucrative, to save up, so that when the lean times come, that you'll be able to at least maintain, hold out until things get better. All right. I said all that to say this because people don't think, and I love to try to help people to jar your brain into thinking about some of the things that people haven't either they haven't given any thought to, or they haven't given much thought to, and it might be well deserving to put some time in meditation into thinking about these things. Okay, all right. Some people are saying you're not the fucking boss to me, but they're not good bosses of themselves. This is this is why we have alarm clocks and the need for alarm clocks, because some people are not good bosses of themselves, and they drink and party, or just on the internet, and chilling, and watching movies all night long, and not managing themselves to the point where they go to bed at a decent time so that they can get up when they know they need to get up in the morning for work. So they need that alarm clock to be the boss of them and tell them, wake your ass up. It's time to get your ass up now. And we don't even listen to the clock. What we do, we push that button and turn it right back off. Okay. Why? Why is that? It's because we are not in control of our own self. Okay? Lack of self-control can be very dangerous. All right? If you keep pushing that button and resetting, pushing snooze, what's going to happen? You're going to wind up getting up late, and you're going to wind up losing your job. Eventually, you'll be late or don't come in to work too many times. What's going to happen? You're going to lose your job. All right? See, all behind lack of self-control. You don't want the clock to be the boss of you, but you ain't a good boss of your own self. All right? When you should took your ass to sleep, where you had plenty enough rest. I know when I have plenty enough rest, I get up before the alarm clock go off. Be honest with you, I don't have a alarm clock because I just get on up. I'm an early riser. I like to get at it. Sometimes I can't even sleep long because my mind be running in my dreams. But you know that I have been there, so I do understand, and I can relate to needing the alarm clock. All right, I can relate to that. But I had went through the stage of understanding that I needed to be the boss of myself if I didn't want nobody else to boss me around. See, you got to be able to be willing to give and take. All right. If you don't want to be the boss of yourself, you're gonna have to let somebody or something do that for you. All right. If you don't know how to control yourself when you driving down the street, and then go along according to the speed limit so you don't run into nobody. All right. What's gonna happen is we're gonna have police to control your ass because you're gonna kill somebody. You're gonna kill somebody cheering, or you're gonna kill somebody mother or whatever, or grandparents, because you are not in control of your own self. All right. I ran into an experience earlier today. I was trying to help somebody, and they rejected the help. You know why they rejected the help? Because they are not in good control of their own self. All right. And this is what I'm talking about. People that's quick to say, you're not the fucking boss of me. They're not in control of their own self. They're not good managers, self-managers. All right. To understand or be able to comprehend when something is good for them or beneficial to them. They can't even figure that shit out, much less any damn thing else. So we need something or somebody to be in control of us. I know for me, I'm OCD, so sometimes I miss having my husband tell me, you know, I was on a cleaning rage. That's the reason why I was a little late with this broadcast. I got started with cleaning this, and I wiped it down, and I went from one thing to the other. Well, my last husband, he used to tell me, okay, baby, now you done enough. Aren't you supposed to be, he would have told me that, ain't you supposed to be doing the broadcast, whatever like that, you know. So although there were things about him that I disliked, that was one of the reasons I did tough it out with him, because that he was beneficial to me in helping me control myself in that regard. So the only way he could help me was I had to realize that it was helping and not reject it. So the next time you have the "you are not the fucking boss of me" attitude, you need to it would be wise, I should say, it would be wise of you to consider, do you need to be bossed around? Are you doing an efficient job of bossing yourself? Because you might be very surprised to know that you are not doing a very good job of that yourself, and you might need somebody to be the fucking boss of you. In the meantime, in between time, keep it real or take your ass back to fantasy land.